can't complain. I started late today. For a second, forgot where I was. Hey, Long Hauler, how you doing? I'm trying to get around to actually doing more streams, and I recently bought SnowRunner, so it seems like a good excuse to come out and do some more. Let's not go barreling through a guardrail. Unfortunate here that you're not doing so well. Mistakes happen, but they do have a tendency to screw up our days. I hope it's nothing that can't be fixed with a bit of time and effort. I'm glad there's no oncoming traffic in this game. It's hard enough to stay in my own my lane. Mind you, I am actually going pretty quick. Like, this game does not ever give you the speed of going quickly. But for like such a tight little windy road, it's probably doing about 30 miles an hour. .30 miles an hour through a 15-mile-an-hour zone. Oh, unfortunate. Yeah, it is. It's definitely a little slip up can lead to an injury pretty quick. Hopefully, you heal up quick from that. I know that feeling. As a mechanic, there are days where I make the apprentice mistake, and I'm like, the fact that I messed up hurts more than the actual mess up itself. Like, there's times where I'll accidentally do something and like skid myself pretty bad or something, and I'm like, yeah, it sucks to lose a layer of skin. It sucks more to have made the mistake that cost me the layer of skin. Okay, so I've made some assumptions on this game. We'll see if they bite me in the ass or not. Let's get out of the mud here, and then I can double check my path. hauling quite a bit of metal. More metal than I actually necessarily need. Okay, so let's take a look at the map, because I'm hauling over to this roadblock, because I need to bring it up to a warehouse that's up over here, but I've never been to it. But I should... I feel like I might have to break out a pickup truck and get to that watchtower and double check. Why don't I just pull into this gas station? Actually, I won't pull into the gas station, but I'll pull in off the road right over here. We'll park this truck and call it a pickup. Alright, now I've got a couple choices. I also actually have a decent amount of money together. I could spend some, but I feel like the next thing I want to do is some tires for my big rig. So let's hop in the pickup and let's go for a drive. Yeah, electrical is always a pain in the ass to begin with, but they don't make the spaces big. This isn't too big of a problem for me. Like I still struggle with tight spaces, but a lot of the mechanics I work with are bigger than me, so it is nice to be able to sort of squeeze myself in places that not everyone else can go. Okay, I think it's going to be boot over the mountain on this little back road and then head up, because the road's washed out pretty heavily right over here, so. No, I don't want them in low gear, but I do want them. Those all-terrain tires make a hell of a difference. Yeah, I stand... I actually don't know how tall I am these days. I used to be just like half-inch under 6 foot, but I feel like I've gotten shorter as I've gotten older. And I weigh 150 pounds and have weighed that consistently for the last 20 years. Well, I guess 155 to be exact, but no, let's not go too much over the rock. I went right over the rock. Alright, that's fine. So yeah, I can squeeze myself in some places pretty easily. Although at 155 pounds, I also don't have as much muscle as some of the other guys I work with. To quote my apprentice, me being able to do a chin-up isn't impressive because he could lift me too. Okay, let's boot over there. Let's see. Let's see where I can get. Because yeah, if I can get to that watchtower, then I can get a better view of the surrounding area. That'll help me a bunch. At least give me an idea of what roads are viable. Won't know how bad the roads are until I actually get onto the roads, but only one way to find out. Just doing some drifting, it's all fine. Yeah, the high-speed handling in this game is, well, it leaves a lot to be desired. But I won't complain too much. It does really well on the mudslinging portion. Haven't played in the snow a lot yet. I feel like the snow isn't... I'm not convinced the snow is necessarily great, but also on the flip side, it's snow. They made it slippery, and I guess that's better than a lot of games do, where they just kind of they don't really take snow as something that actually has like depth and volume. So, all right, well, I'm above the watchtower here. Can I? Quite work the way I wanted, but I still got down there safely. So that's what matters. Yeah, the only DLC I've bought for so far is the BC DLC, but I can see myself chewing through a lot of the DLC given some time. I was actually talking about how I basically missed like basically I remember as a game for GameCube called 4x4 Evo, and one of the best parts of it was the fact that they had these like sort of overworld missions that you could just go and drive your off-road rig instead of racing. And I was talking about this and someone was like, "Have you played MudRunner or SnowRunner?" I'm like, "No, I actually haven't. I've been meaning to, but haven't. You should give it a shot." I'm like, next time it's on sale, I will. So sure enough, it came on sale. So here I am, and yeah. Yeah, this is a game that I've been wanting to play for a while, so I'm happy I finally picked it up. Alright, so I want to get down. This is the highway, isn't it? Yeah. Okay. No, I did not mean to set the map out. Alright. Now, before I drive, where did I put my phone? I heard the message bing. So let's see what that is about. Alright, messages for me, but not specifically. Not things I have to respond to. Yeah, no, so I am definitely super new to SnowRunner. I basically picked it up on Monday. But yeah, if I realized, like, yeah, I would have loved to be able to just like book a week off when I got this game. So I got massively stuck at just playing the tutorial at the beginning, and then sort of got that handled, got myself sort of figured out. Figured out how to turn on high beams just today. Alright. So I don't know what those roads are gonna be looking like, but we'll sort of just bounce our way through the rocks here. Try not to damage anything. yeah, I've just barely been playing it for like a couple days, and I'm already looking at doing a hard mode run because it just seems like that would be a lot of fun. Also add a lot more stress to the game, but that's fine. Alright, well, let's take a look. Where... Okay, factory's off to the right, so that's the way we go then. Oh, I guess I could follow the signs. There are literal signs on the road that would tell me where to go. So I'm guessing if you've played SnowRunner from release, that you've probably also played MudRunner. Have you played Expeditions or Roadcraft at all? Cool. Yeah, MudRunner was one of those games that looked neat, but I never got into, and then finally gotten around to it now. From what I could tell, SnowRunner was the game that best fit what I wanted to play. But it does look like they have some interesting, like Expeditions looks interesting, and Roadcraft also looks interesting. Yeah, Roadcraft seemed interesting. It seemed like a different sort of game. Um, yeah, Expeditions seemed, I don't know, it seemed good, but it also didn't quite look like the game I wanted to play at the moment. So, what sort of equipment are you? Are you a thing that? I guess no. Hold on. Chevy Kodiak. Where is that? Oh. Well, I'm gonna say she's stuck. Alright. Hey, Jess. How's it going? So I'm planning on live streaming this again on Friday. I don't know if you and Juan will be home for the weekend and want to play. I'd be down to do a multiplayer map if you guys wanted to do some multiplayer SnowRunner. Might start a new. I'm thinking for basically if I do a multiplayer game, I'm probably gonna do it at a higher difficulty since the way the game goes. It's a lot easier to make money in multiplayer, so I feel like I'd have to ramp up the difficulty at least a little bit. Okay, I'm gonna get myself massively stuck going this way. It's already really muddy and there's a washout. You know, I can leave this for another time. Yeah, I've played just a touch of multiplayer SnowRunner so far, and it definitely seems like a ton of fun. Well, I do find it interesting how they've basically everyone sort of comes in with their own garage. Which is not the worst way to handle it. But I think I will start a new game for it, but we'll see. We'll see how it goes. Yeah, that's. I think I'm gonna make a ruling on them. Basically, if I'm starting a brand new game, I want people to not just come in with trucks and just blast through all the missions while I'm getting stuck in the corners of the map. I've always been a big fan of starting at square one and building up from nothing. It was the first thing I basically did in this game was figure out how to start up the game without having any of the DLC trucks in my garage. Okay, so now let's get over to the rock slide here and see what this rock slide needs. Should have head over to the pickup and got this sorted out before, but okay, so I need to deliver service parts to this road here. Okay. Start tracking that. But is there anything? Okay, so what needs steel? Okay, so all of the, yeah, I'm gonna have to head up there. Pretty sure I have, yeah, we've done that, so I need service parts for that one. Service parts. Can't deal with that one. Oh, hold on. Need metal beams for the factory, as well as bricks. Fuel. Oh. I have to go to Smithville Dam for that. Okay. Oh yeah, so all those missions want to take me out of this map. That's fine. Should. Alright, so. Alright, as soon as I have the road open here, I can do that. I can do that mission then. That's fine. Alright, cool. Yeah, sure thing. If you want to give me some advice, I can You can give me some advice. I won't say no. Hold on, timber floaters. That's a big payout. Okay. So I only need one bit of. Thanks, Nick. I'm rather happy with my my little joke. Okay, so we're moving the cargo. Detach the trailer. Yeah, it's kind of actually what I've been doing right now is getting the roads open, because I figured all these other missions are going to get easier the more I don't have to fight the roads to get anywhere. This was not the wisest way to do this, but I am making it past. All right. Oh, I'm like, what's going on? I was going over a big rock, that's why. Yeah, I had the realization a bit earlier today where I'm like, you know what? Rather than trying to do all these little missions where I'm like, I don't know if I can get there or not, why don't I open the roads? Because then at that point, first off, I'll know the roads well enough to know where I can and cannot go. And also, it's going to be easier because the roads aren't going to be closed. Okay, yeah, so I want to go over to the warehouse and pick up bricks. Because this is going to be service parts 2. And then Pipe Dream wants bricks times 2. So if I load up the trailer, then I can open the road and then also deliver up there in one go. So the bricks go in the truck, and the service parts go in the trailer. Then I can hook up to the other trailer that I've got there. Yeah. Okay, let's get over to low gear. It might actually be easier than this. I feel like this way is easier to come down, but not easier to go up. Peak. Should be pretty smooth sailing from here on out. Yeah. Yeah, my truck's not lifted at all yet. It's actually, my truck is on highway tires right now. I think that's going to be the first big improvement for my truck is getting some actual off-road tires for it. So you'd probably know better, but I'm assuming tires are probably the best upgrade to get early on. Yeah, I don't mind. I don't mind learning the lessons the slow way. For the same reason, if you go to a racetrack, you see a bunch of people in like expensive Porsches getting absolutely blown apart by like guys in $2,000 Miatas because Porsches have a absolute crap ton of grip, but they don't teach you how to drive. Where a Miata, it basically communicates to you. It tells you every time you are messing up. So a lot of times where it is better to have a let's get myself going there with that winch. Definitely, the winch is an amazingly powerful tool. Works probably a little better than it should, but I won't complain too much. But it is one of those things I think it's really cool that with a winch, it's actually really like that's the thing I'm gonna like. I enjoy most of multiplayer is you can help each other out with the winch. Because even just playing by myself, there's been times where I'm like, yep, got my truck stuck, don't know how I'm going to get it unstuck. And go, okay, well, hop in a different truck, haul over close enough, attach the winch, try to get out. There was one point where I got both trucks stuck, but because I could winch off of each other, I was using the other stuck truck as a hard point to basically winch the first truck out far enough, and then using that truck to sort of winch out the other truck. To that trailer. I'm getting low on fuel. I'm gonna have to stop for some fuel. Actually, screw it. If I run out of fuel, I will use one of the other trucks to come in and save me. Okay, so I need service parts in the truck, and then the trailer gets bricks. Hope I've done that right. What is the time? It's 4 in the morning. We'll keep on going. That was definitely early in the game. I was skipping nighttime just because I'm like, man, the night is just too dark and the headlights just don't do enough. Then I realized I was just not turning the headlights on. So I thought that right there was what I'm like, man, that's really sad headlights. I didn't guess that the trucks had daytime running lights. I'll just go 4x4 and try to stay off of the muddy trail for now. Okay. No, it's there. Okay. We can drop back into low gear if I need to, but no, it's good. Yeah, I definitely was spending last night looking at all the DLCs. The only DLC I really am like, yep, just got to get right now is the DC or the BC DLC. I think it's like season 10. I'm sure once I've spent enough time playing, I'll pick up more DLCs. But right now, there's a lot of really cool trucks, but I'm like, I want to basically sort of upgrade things more slowly, so I don't mind taking some time. Okay, that is good to know. Is there some, like, I assume that unstrapping the cargo adds some risk of losing the cargo? Seems like a dangerous choice to make. At least from like a real life perspective. No, let's learn to actually finish my ships. Okay, fuel is definitely getting low. The fact that you can just winch to things without stopping the truck is one of those things where I'm like, it feels like something you shouldn't be able to do. Alright, let's go. Okay, I understand. Basically, if you're stuck, unpack the cargo, and so I was actually kind of doing that with trailers earlier, where I got stuck. I would release the trailer, get myself unstuck, and then winch the trailer over to me. So having a winch is absolute godsend. Poor tree. Considering that this is highway tires on this thing, I feel like this in real life this thing would be massively stuck by now. Without some good tires, it does not take a lot of mud to make a vehicle basically undrivable. Okay, I am definitely low enough on gas that I'm going to have to go and deal with gas before continuing on with this expedition. I do have the anniversary DLC, but I've got my game set up so that I don't start with any of the DLC stuff in my garage. Because you're thinking make a right for the fuel trailer that's right down over here. I've already moved that back to because I got a what was the mission? Yeah, I moved it to town storage. I don't think I'm gonna make it to the gas station. I'm down to 2 liters. Yeah. All right. So, actually, okay, so there are fuel trailers. There's a fuel trailer there. Uh, okay, back to my garage. There. The truck that has nothing. It does not have 4-wheel drive. It does not have locking diffs. So, very much going to have to try to keep myself out of trouble with this. No, that. Yeah, that's not ideal. Good thing this yard's, not muddy at all. I may end up having to get myself stuck with another vehicle, but that's fine. That's what I have other vehicles for. How does the song go? The Ford got stuck in the mud. Chev got stuck pulling the Ford out. I feel like that's going to be a lot of what goes on here. Yeah, that may be the better plan, is just to take the Scout to the truck. That'll give you enough fuel to get it to the gas station, since the gas station is right there. I mean, if you want to join me for a bit, I'm down. Okay, so I'm going to do a couple of things here. So first, let's... Okay, let's hop over to that truck. Put her in neutral. Don't know if that's actually changed anything, but I feel like it definitely should. Okay, mean, I believe you that that is probably the smartest thing I could do. But I'm stubborn, and I am not going with the smartest thing to do. Let's get that wedged in. Now, let's attach the winch there. There. Fuel trailer has been retrieved. Just gonna park the Scout 800 here for now. There, and off we go. So by the time this truck actually came in, basically the only thing this truck has actually done for me so far has been to provide a box for the other truck. Because for everything else, the other truck was just the better option. Let's see. That's my entire thing of is I've always enjoyed the start from nothing. There's part of me that was tempted because I've downloaded a mod because I own a 4Runner in real life, and the one thing where I'm like I need to have the mod was somebody made a nice 4Runner mod for this game, and I'm like oh I need that. But I'm like nope, not gonna Now I can basically jump in the game and get myself a vehicle that is quite a bit better than a lot of the stock things you can get in the game. So I want to enjoy the start of the game. I'm sure it won't be very long before I'm driving around ridiculously over-capable vehicles. Okay, well that's... Now we get to see how I go through the next muddy section. As capable as this truck is, it's really not capable at all. As soon as the mud gets at all trying. Luckily, the winch takes a lot of the brunt of the early work. What's the winch connected to? Yeah, like a tiny little tree. But yeah, it's working well enough. I'd be able to lock the diff right now. Okay. I've not played Roadcraft, although it is definitely a game that has caught my interest. Feels like something I would enjoy playing, but specifically for the game I was looking to play, this one fit the bill better, so. Okay. So that's really the last of the mud before I get to where I need to go. Let's attach the trailer and go back on my way. I think there's a little bit of mud left because my truck is stuck right there, but I think I can kind of just nose into that. I'll be fine. Definitely, there's some of the trucks you can buy in this game are basically just highway trucks, and I always sit there and go, what? Why would I want a highway truck, or more highway trucks in this game? I want more off-road capable vehicles, not highway trucks. So those DLCs don't interest me a ton. Okay, so refuel. No, Nah. Okay, so I guess I'm not quite close enough. Well, I'll winch to it. Either I pull it down or it pulls me up. Okay, so the source is the trailer. Target is the Fleet Star. Let's... Okay. Now I get to do the thing that I'm going to absolutely suck at doing, which is backing down a trailer that has... a pivot point. So your regular sort of like simple hitch trailer, like a tandem axle or whatever, I can actually back that up pretty decent. This is not a sort of trailer I have any experience backing up, and I have no talent for it at all. Let's see if I can get myself just turned around entirely here. I'm kind of surprised that I'm not breaking things by doing this, but... Sorry, road sign, but you're destined to die. Okay. Not really off the road, but we'll stop that for now. Okay. Let's hop back over to the Fleet Star. Let's get this thing backed up. Alright, and off we go. Wait, damn it. I messed things up. I loaded my truck up wrong. Ah, well. It'll be fine. Let's go around the rock. Alright. I'd like to go around the trailer, really? Okay, so now that's open. But I want to take both the steel and the bricks over to the factory. Fortunately, they're both in trailers. I can't haul 2 trailers. So, and I don't have a crane, so I can't move them. But, alright. Should have thought that. Because I haven't had that mic. Am I going to get this backwards? I'm just used to, I want to offload this in the truck first, but no, in this case I want it to be the other way around. Don't know this area of the map too well yet because I haven't been here much. Other than my little route over here with the scout, I have not been here before. Probably skip the night once I get to the factory. I just like skipping the night from just wherever I am. Like I want to be parked somewhere when I skip the night. It just feels wrong to be able to skip the night anywhere. Although I do wish that American Truck Simulator would let you just sort of park wherever and skip the night, because sometimes that game, the space between rest stops is just too high. I feel like that's a real life problem as well, so can't be too critical of it, but still is a thing. So now in real life times you just have to pull over and stop. Oh, damn it. I took a wrong turn. I should not be on this road. So now I have to turn myself around. back the way I came. So I got myself lost. Actually, let's just... Why? What do I have that is... What mission am I currently? There. I think that's why I got myself confused as to which way I was going. I thought I was headed towards the marker. Alright, well, let's get up. Ah, I was looking away for a moment. I was distracted. I left the road. It's fine. Okay. There. We're back on the right path. Let's be careful. There's some big rocks, and I'd hate to bust up an oil pan. I'm glad you can't just do that. Like in real life, you could just bump over a rock and be like, oh, my oil pan's open. My engine's not damaged. But basically, I'm stuck. I can't go anywhere. I guess your engine is damaged, but it's not like your engine's screwed. It's not like it's 100% damaged, blown apart, can't operate. But it's enough that you can't go. You can't go anywhere. So that wooden bridge looks like it can hold a lot of weight. Should definitely put a big rig over that. Load up some concrete slabs and just go. I'm sure it'll be fine. That was not the best driving ever, but I need to drop this trailer off somewhere where it's going to be out of the way. Okay, and right here, I'm just going to take a quick break, fill up my cup, and I will be right back. Okay. So, right. I was gonna skip the night. So, off we go. Let's go pick up the other trailer and grab what I need. Should have put it in 4x4 before I left the asphalt. There's definitely some big rocks. I'm looking forward to being able to get a lift on this thing. Although I guess I can afford a lift. I just need to take the truck home. Oh, I'm going the wrong way. I'm like, this doesn't look familiar. That'd be why. I have not been here before. Alright, let's try this again. Eventually I'll know this area well enough to not be going down the wrong roads. Eventually. Those rocks in real life would be big enough to cause a very real problem. Oh, oops. I'm guessing a lot of the maps are sort of offer unique challenges. I got the BC map just because I live in BC, and therefore that was no brainer for me. There's a couple other maps that I thought looked cool and might be worth getting just because they're going to be interesting. But I'm gonna have to kind of read through the reviews and see what maps people actually enjoy. Because as much as like having a map that just seems neat is good, and I'm okay with like buying a couple DLCs just based off of, well, that looks unique, that looks cool. I'm probably gonna try to actually get through and play the ones that are, you know, the ones that offer the best gameplay. Which I'm gonna stop just for a second. I feel. I'm gonna put up the performance monitor because I feel like I'm getting just a little bit of lag. And I've got the game maxed out. Of course, my truck is drifting, but whatever. Okay, where is performance monitor? I'm gonna do this top right. There. course, the little bit of like stuttering isn't happening right now, so the frame rate seems stable. So. What do you mean the trailer's too far away? I feel like the more likely case scenario is I am actually too close to the trailer. There. Okay, so now we bring this down. Hello, Gil. How you doing? Wait. Yes, that is the correct way. This has actually been an interesting case of, because normally I've got way more viewers on the vertical stream than the horizontal stream. But today I've got more viewers on the horizontal than the vertical. I was actually surprised how many viewers I got considering it's just a Wednesday night. Usually weekends are a lot busier, like Fridays and Saturdays. Hold on. Okay. Keep myself on the right path this time, hopefully. I do feel like this game might control a little bit better with a steering wheel, but also when you're doing high speed and the vehicle gets all floaty. With a steering wheel, that would be even. Or I imagine that would be harder to control. The controller makes it easier to make quick adjustments. Alright. I feel like winching to that fallen tree was not the power move to make, but alright. It worked. do kind of wish I could control the gearing manually, because I definitely would have just dropped a second for that. Alright. I'm not sure what I did to earn that view. That, like, extreme top-down view. That was actually kind of a neat view to have. Okay, so, sorry, drilling spare parts. I know. That's gotta be part of a different mission. Yes. Of course, these parts are gonna be, basically gonna have to get a crane, before I can go gather those. So I guess I should also find out, so if I have a crane and a truck bed on it, does that limit, basically, does it reduce how much cargo I can carry in the truck bed? Because it makes sense for it to, but also that does basically makes the truck less useful. So at that point, do I have a crane truck and a cargo truck, or... That'll be that's a choice I'll have to consider if that's the case. Because if the crane, because I think some of the cranes are pretty narrow, and it definitely won't take, like, because most of the stuff takes up, like, basically this truck bed essentially is 2 spots, and it definitely wouldn't take up an entire spot to have a crane. It would take like a quarter of one, but I don't know if the game just goes, nope, that's a spot, or if you can shift the whole truck bed back a bit and still have room for a crane. I have not messed with cranes at all yet, so I just don't know how any of that works. Not slip down off the road. That would be a less than ideal situation for me. Okay, that makes sense. Basically, having the crane is going to affect things a bit, and that feels like it should, but I can still hold 2 cargo, so there's still some consideration for putting a crane on, but it's not like I've lost half the usefulness of my truck. Yes, I am. I'm headed back on the path I want. Alright, so you're almost home. Come on, let's get up that last little bit. The mud ain't that thick here. We can do it. Oh, damn it. Dude, no. I need to get in the habit of, I see dirt, 4x4 goes on. Trailer's drifting up behind me a bit. Oh, to quote my old boss, never say whoa in a mud puddle. But the fact that my boss was never like a part of like the off-roading 4x4 crew, a lot of his sayings were just good off-roading advice. Mind you, I guess God hates a coward isn't necessarily good off-roading advice. However, it is one of those things where sometimes you just need to go. No point in half doing it. Either you go or you don't. Okay, well, I want to go back to Where do I want to go back to? Oh, the map's different orientation, that's fine. I want to go back to home base. So I'm going to hop over on this road. Something tells me the other big rig is not making it over those roads. Just call it a hunch. Okay, I'm just going to go ahead and lock the diffs and go into low gear because we're not gonna make it up this hill with any speed. But I definitely can afford to get this truck some mud tires finally. I think that's gonna make a difference. It's gonna help out. I can see home. Getting there is a different matter, but I can see it. Yeah. I've gone rock crawling a few times. I've got a vehicle that's somewhat capable of it. I have never gone rock crawling with a trailer, and it sounds like a terrible time. I feel like I would have to do a lot more rock crawling before I'd be comfortable with having a trailer in tow for all of that. It just sounds like a deeply unpleasant experience. The only reason it's fine in the game is because the game does not have a realistic damage model, and I guess I don't have to worry too bad about jackknifing this trailer to all hell and back. Oh. I am absolutely gonna have to drop down a gear to get out of that. I did not think that through, and I may have actually got myself stuck. Definitely not where I was expecting the winch to be coming from, but let's see if that. Alright, well, let's stop that engine. Time for the Scout to do its work. Yeah, definitely when I was first reading about this game, people were like, "Oh, the Scouts are useless. Basically don't bother Scouts." I actually really enjoy Scouts. Yeah, they're not here to haul cargo. They're here just to sort of scout ahead and basically help you out when you're stuck. But honestly, I really enjoy them. They're fantastic. If I could get broken down in American Truck Simulator, having a pickup truck, a service pickup, to be able to go and bail my stuff out, sounds fantastic. Oh, should probably put this thing in 4x4. That'll help a little bit. Okay, excellent. Truck is officially unstuck. I think this right here is like this part of the gameplay loop is my favorite. Is the I've made a mistake, but I have a very reasonable, good way to sort of save myself from it, and I really enjoy it. I'm gonna take up these garage spots because I kind of assume I don't know, like if you buy a trailer, I don't know where they show up, but I assume somewhere here. But I'm just gonna drop off the trailer here by the Quonset hut. Okay. Let's take my truck home for the night. Okay, so number one thing, tires. Now I feel like I should be getting off-road tires. The UODs 1, 2, and 3. I don't know what the difference is. I'll hedge my bet and just go in the middle. Actually, wait. Do I have enough to lift? I do have enough to lift, but I don't... If I do lift... I think I'm gonna probably just get the tires for now. But I could sell. Yeah, 1,000 bucks gets rid of my rear wheel drive because I'm never gonna go to the rear wheel drive. Like that's just not a thing I'm gonna go with again. Okay, so saddle high. I'm trying to think, what else? Yeah, I'm just gonna go with the off-road tires for now, because I want the off-road tires. Definitely some off-road tires for this vehicle would also be good, since I am saving myself with it. A fair bit, so doesn't have to be good on the road, just out in the middle of nowhere, but I'll hold off for now because I can always buy them later when I need it. Let's skip through the night. Okay, the mission I'm wanting to do is pipe dream. So what that is, get to the fuel station, grab that fuel trailer, and move it over. Oh, I thought I moved past the night there. Morning. We'll leave for this new job in the morning. All right. I already like the look of those nice beefy tires. Happy with that choice. Yeah, I feel like I might have to invest in a crane before I... Hey rocket scientist, how's it going? feel like I might have to invest in a crane before I can afford to go for the lift. It's way easier to get through there when I'm not hauling a trailer. The new tires probably also help. I am new to SnowRunner. I just bought it on Monday, but I am absolutely loving it. So I'm glad I finally got it. Basically, I saw it was on a good discount on Steam, and I'm like, well, let's go for it. And I see myself playing a lot of this in the coming future. This might be my go-to stream game until American Truck Simulator comes out with BC. Yeah, I was actually like reminiscing about an old game for the GameCube that had sort of like an off-road exploration mode, and how much I enjoyed it, and I wish there were more games like that. And then someone reminded me that SnowRunner existed, and I'm like, oh yeah, I'll put that on my wish list, and next time it's on sale, I'll get it. So when it went on sale for Black Friday, it was like, all right, time to grab it. Okay. Not sure if the game will allow me to hook up a trailer at that point yet, but I feel like I can do better than that. Actually. Well, that is convenient timing. I'm glad the timing works out. I enjoy the company while I basically cruise around. Sorry, Wisconsin, Michigan. So I'm glad Jess isn't here. Jess would get cranky with me for forgetting that I was in Michigan. Yeah, the only DLC that I'm like, no, I have to have is the BC DLC. Although there are a few others that look really cool, so I may have to pick some more up. The most difficult part of this is the fact that this trailer is so big that it basically blocks the view of the truck. Makes it hard to tell what the truck is doing. Yeah, I feel like this is actually a good game to stream because you can read comments while playing the game pretty decently, and it's also not like there's a lot of games where I'm like, they're a cool survival game. What do? Sit there and build a house. That building is never the most interesting to watch on a stream. Or it's a game where I'm like, yeah, there's just games where they take a lot of focus, and so I can't chat while I stream. And that just, I feel like if I can't chat at all, then I don't tend to. Oh, bye sign. If I can't chat while I stream, I just don't bother streaming because it just feels rude because I'm basically ignoring comments then. But now this is I think this game fits into the space of being a good game to stream. Wait, I'm pretty sure I go right. Oof. Nope. This trailer's got some weight to it. I can feel when the trailer's got its own ideas of where we're going. Long haul, lost signal. The last bit I heard, basically you'd pulled over to give me the info on the truck. I did get that. If you've said anything after that, I have not got that, but no. Oh hey, right. You know, I've got waypoints. What am I? I can make this easier on myself. There. Yeah, I did appreciate the info because I haven't bought a crane yet, but I'm gonna grab a crane at some point soon to do that mission of picking up cargo. It also means I'll be able to crane in goods on my own. Went in there probably a bit quicker than I should have. Oh. I mean, if you want to hop in and play some multiplayer, even just on a new save, that's completely fine. Don't need any fancy equipment, just having a second body to, because even if you're just driving around the trucks I have on the map here, it'd still be a potential help. So it's entirely your choice. If you want to join for some multiplayer, that's fine. Hey Joey, how's it going? Yeah, I would have to basically step out for a moment to launch the multiplayer, but I definitely could. By4 anymore. I'm going to guess this trailer is going to disappear the moment I touch that. If it doesn't, that's fine. I can basically back it in if I need to. There, okay, yeah. All right. Yeah. Yeah. So Friday I'll definitely be as depending on what Juan's doing. Because if he's got a big ATS thing planned, I might end up joining him instead, or I might end up running a competing stream. We've done that before. Or if he's not doesn't have the time to do his own stream, then I'll definitely be doing a stream. So there'll be a stream Friday night for sure. Um, but yeah, so I'll be around in some form or another on Friday. So I'll just see if it is this game or something else. Well, it'll be either this or American Truck Simulator, most likely. Okay, so I see an upgrade there. Feeling like I can probably get there with actually, what I should do is I should get down to that wooden bridge and see what that wooden bridge needs. I guess it probably needs wood, but uh, change trucks. Okay, just let me hop over to the Discord. Hold on, where? Come on, what is the? Well, okay there. I've hopped into the open for all voice channel on Discord. If uh, if you care to join and figure things out. If not, that's fine. Okay. Uh, so I should get this truck. I should get a lift kit on this truck. But on my way back, let's hit up the wooden bridge and see what I need to do there. But I also should take the rest of this road. Actually, what I should do is take that road up. Okay. Oh, you're in the... Which... Where? Wait, sorry, are you in a voice channel? Because I don't. Oh no, the 3 is Jay's Discord. I don't see. I don't actually see anyone else in any of the voice chats. Yeah, that extra vision of getting that watchtower explored seems like is probably a wise choice. Yep. Glad I'm not paying for repairs right now. That'd be a doozy. Okay, what is this? What's the contest? Where does it go? Alright, so they want you in 10.5 minutes to check those 3 watchtowers. I definitely haven't done any of the challenges yet, but I really appreciate the fact that they have a base payout just for you did the job. It doesn't matter how long you took, you get something. Ah, that is fair. I see a food and recipe talk channel. I don't see anything other channel, like text channel. That's related to that, but whatever. Okay. Actually, hold on. Let's. Okay, so the person who posted in the food channel is you. That makes sense. Okay, which way am I taking up to the watchtower? Okay, this way. Now, is your Steam name the same as your Discord name? I can send you a Steam friend invite if. Okay, why am I pulling so hard to the left there? Sorry, to the right, not to the left. Goodness. So welcome back, Jess. I'm hoping you missed my my blunder. All right. Imagine this view is a lot more impressive when it's not overcast and raining. Okay, there I can finally see all of. Oh no, not all the map. There's still one watchtower there, but I can see most of the map. Okay, so it looks like that road just is. What am I getting for the rock slide again? Metal beams and service parts. So service parts have to come from that factory. So, okay, good thing I didn't take the truck out of there. I can take service bits. Okay, so your Steam is the same as YouTube. Cool. I'll have to send you a friend request when I'm done my stream. Excellent. Uh, I agree with the paint jobs are meant to be scratched up. I have a 2015 Toyota 4Runner. That paint gets scratched quite a bit. I I'm not big on trying to save the paint. Now, if I pick things up, can I deliver to either side or do I have to deliver to the one side? No, it doesn't matter too much either way. Okay, so I've got that unlocked. Let's... I want to make it down to there to check out. Oh, I don't know that I care about which way I take to get down there, but I want to get down to there. There. And there. But which way is going to be best down? Probably back over here and just hop down. Actually, no. This way, left, and then... So that's what I'll do. Hey Hudson, how's it going? Oof. There. Alright, so I want to take a left here, head down this way. Oh. Yeah, I definitely feel like I'd be taking a lot of this, a lot of this slower. Oh. Apparently that mud is deep. Who could have guessed? I'm close on the edge of it. I should be able to just drive out slowly. Yeah. Oh, that looks like that's gonna be muddy. But it doesn't matter if it's muddy if I can winch to the other side. That's one thing I'm definitely planning on getting for my my scouts is the extended winch. Okay, yeah, so I take this right here. Okay. Of course, this is super muddy in here through the middle, and there's nothing around to latch onto. No, that really was not muddy in there at all. Never mind. I just drove right through it. Yeah, I definitely was reading up on the winches in the description. It was like, oh, the autonomous winches would be great if you get yourself bogged out installed. gonna take a moment and move things around a bit. There. Now I can see more of the chat. So I know that's for Jess, but I'm pretty sure I still have to qualify that as the $5 towards uh, hold on. Where, where how is this set up? Where is this from? I haven't had to change this in a while. So I'm forgetting where it is stored. Should be it's somewhere in the 3Js file. Oh, miscellaneous? Yes, there. Okay. There. I love the densely wooded roads for the fact that you can just winch timbering easily. Okay, so I'll see you guys on Friday then. Yeah, the breakers are disconnected, so I don't know what was going on with the inverter, but the two breakers under the desk have just been turned off. Alright, God hates a coward. Through we go. Yeah, it is definitely not the time of year where solar is at its best. No airbags, we die like men. Mm-hmm. And this is why women live longer than men. If I remember correctly, I want to say that the seat belt was actually invented by a woman. Okay, so wooden bridge. Yeah, I definitely feel like this needs a bridge. Okay, so wooden bridge requires wooden planks, which theoretically is close by, but oh, that seems like a dangerous thing to try. Hmm. Now I'm assuming I can deliver wood to either side. Because I know some of the projects you have to deliver to the correct side. Others you can deliver to either side. Okay, well let's get the rock slide dealt with first. So I've already got the metal, so I just have to deliver service parts. So in theory, I could just go around this way, and hopefully that'll get me where I need, and I can get the rock slide undone. Okay, well let's get the pickup over to the gas station, and then we'll skip over to the big rig and get stuff moving. I didn't realize that was that old. I didn't realize seatbelts were like 200 years old. I thought they were more like 100 years old. But yeah, I remember that was a woman who invented them, but not the rest of that. Okay, I just need to make it up this hill and then I'm free. Ugh. It's not late enough for me to be as tired as I am. Mind you, work today was not physically difficult, but mentally it was very draining. So that is probably at least part of why I'm tired. Okay. Oh, straight back into mud. Yeah, I feel like a lift kit on this truck would be a very worthwhile investment. Some better tires and a lift kit would be good. Actually, just gonna park this right here. Jump back over to the Fleet Star. Skip through the night. Nope, let's skip to the morning. Okay, so I need service parts for the rock slide. The only way I'm going to do it is with a trailer, so yeah, I may as well just go grab the trailer. Oh, you have to stay up all night to get yourself, basically your sleep schedule, reset. Yeah. I hated doing that so much. I never worked on nights, long term. I don't think I would handle it. Like, I feel like on the one hand I'd handle it well. On the other hand, I'm not sure if I would actually handle it well. But the flipping of it was just not something I enjoyed at all. I would much rather. Oh. I am attaching the trailer that way. It's not a big rig trailer. So I'd definitely take a big rig trailer right now if I had easy access to one, but I do not. Okay. So what is it? Oh, that tower. The busy broadcasting tower. Oh, yeah, you have to basically do the setup from where it goes from hockey to concerts. Yeah. Yep, that would do. Cargo management. Service parts. I only need... Okay, I only need one for this. Do I need service parts for anything else? Or is it not? Okay, all of that is pretty much off of... Yeah, all of that is off this map, which I should leave this map at some point here soon. Now, what trailer do I need for long logs? Yeah, the drilling site mission. I believe that. It does not look like an easy place to get to. All right, yeah, I only need one of these for my trip, so that's all I'll grab. Okay. This is so much easier to do with mouse and keyboard. Is that? Oh. I might have to go around that, but all right. I'm gonna go learn from our mistakes. Just remember, as long as you learn from your mistakes, they're not wasted. Yeah, okay, a long log trailer is its own thing. I figured as much. It's like this trailer would never be good for hauling logs. I do have a trailer that has like the side supports, but like, yeah, like, I don't know. When it says long logs, in my mind, I am thinking one of those full like two-piece logging trailer, where basically half of the, like basically they're short trailers technically, but the logs make up the length of it. So you can basically, whatever length of log, you can just, oof. Slow down so I don't go veering off the road. So yeah, basically when there's long logs, you're going to have them be at the full length of a semi-trailer. I have made mistakes. I did not. There. I did not mean to go over that big rock. Yeah, these rocks are definitely pain in the ass for a big rig to get over. Yeah, definitely. If that had been a real life rock scenario, I would have been so screwed. That would have been. Hold on. Road closed sign, eh? Something tells me I ain't making it through that. I think I'm going to need something a bit more capable than what I've got right here. So I think it's going to be a long drive all the other way around, but I think that's the move. All right. Yeah, in real life, best case scenario, probably busted open the oil pan. Worst case scenario, yeah, transmission and engine are both probably pretty badly damaged. Yeah, I figure that. So the road in the north's got to be possible to navigate, because otherwise it would have one of the repair bits on it. Like, it's not like this is a road we're going to repair, but also that's. I feel like that exceeds this truck's capabilities. I if I had bigger tires and a lift kit on this, I might be willing to give it a shot, but. That's okay. We can do the long way home. I forgot to say hello as I drive by the rock. I'm very happy to have avoided kissing it this time. I don't want to get that friendly with rocks. Slow that down a bit. Let's let that trailer stop bouncing a little bit. This truck is definitely a pretty solid truck for being the beginner truck they give you. Although I'm really looking forward to doing a hard mode where you have to basically repair the truck before you can even use it. have to admit, basically the other truck that has nothing on it. Basically, I'm going to drive that to get this one fueled up. It did give me a new appreciation for how far this truck has come from where it started. I mean, it hasn't even gone that far yet. I imagine when this truck is fully upgraded, it's actually going to be a pretty capable beast. Not as much as some of those very ridiculous, like purpose-built machines that you can get on the DLCs, but or even with the DLCs, you can get some pretty insane machines. But getting an upgraded truck, I imagine, is going to continue to make a big difference. Yeah, I think I'm going to. I'm probably not going to go into it like full-on hard mode. I'm going to give myself. Basically, I'm going to use New Game Plus to sort of make myself a bit of a hybrid. Not going to go quite as brutal as hard mode. But I think the big saving grace is when I'm playing hard mode, I'm planning on playing it multiplayer, and multiplayer is a lot more forgiving than single player. Because I feel like hard mode, it is very easy to get yourself soft locked at the very beginning of the game, where you're like, oh, I've kind of got myself screwed, where I can't get myself out of the hole I'm in. Yeah, no, this truck is seems like a good truck. I don't know if I'm going to be using this one long term, but I have no issues with it. Like, there's nothing but this truck that makes me go, oh man, I can't wait to get something better. Mostly, I just want to keep upgrading this one. Yeah, that's the. I'm really glad they put the New Game Plus in. I would have struggled a lot more with this game before that, because I want it to be harder than it is standard, but I don't want it to be too overwhelmingly hard, and hard mode seems like it might just be a little too much. So I'm going to cut myself a little bit of slack here and there, but you can basically sort of dial in where you want. Yeah, it gets me, like, occasionally you see people complaining that, like, the standard mode is too difficult, and it's like, the standard mode seems like it'd be pretty easy. It just go, basically, because you've got your DLC trucks, so you need some money, go sell those and use those to upgrade your truck, or they're like the anniversary DLC, which is free, gives you some really capable vehicles. Yeah, that was definitely a thing of like, because I bought the game on Monday and I played for an hour or two on Monday, or was that Tuesday? I don't remember whatever day it was. And I definitely got myself massively stuck right off the beginning. The game has a learning curve to it, but I definitely found like within about probably 5 hours of playing, and I'm like, okay, I'm ready for a slightly harder difficulty. Mostly I've done that by challenging myself to not do things like use the recovery and stuff like that, where I'm like, nope, if I get stuck, I'm not recovering out of it. I'm gonna go grab another truck and pull myself out of it. Alright, half a kilometer left to go. Yeah, that's where I'm leaving recovery as a, like, I'm not gonna have it set up so that recovery costs money. Because I'm going to do my, like, I don't need to give myself a monetary reason to not use recovery. I'm already going to use recovery as little as I can. Like, since I started this game, I haven't used recovery once. And for this game, I was actually going to make it so that fuel had a cost, but I ended up deciding against it. I just went, I am still too inefficient at this game to be able to do that. There. Alright, so rock slide is opened. That means going to Smithville Dam is now going to be easier. Okay, well, let's get my truck turned around. Oh, nope. I suck with these trailers. Ah. I wish you could turn off auto reverse. I would love to be able to just have to always manually turn shift and reverse. Now these dolly trailers I suck with. I am way better with just your standard big rig trailer. Like basically you give me a tandem trailers, I'm fine. I have never moved a like big rig tandem trailer in real life. But I have moved a what was it? Yeah, 40-foot a tandem trailer towed by a F550. That I had no problem adapting to. That was pretty straightforward and easy. But as soon as you like basically the little extra pivot point at the front, it just wrecks everything in my brain about how trailers are supposed to work, and I struggle. I struggle hard. Okay. There's no traffic in it, so I'm just gonna go park the trailer right here on the street. Okay. Well, I think I am gonna call the stream there. I'm gonna give myself some time to wind down before bedtime, but thank you guys for tuning in. I'll be hanging around on Friday. I don't know if I'll be streaming yet, but we will see. So I will chat with Juan and see what his plans are, and we'll figure out what we're doing. But All right. Hope you guys have a great night or a good morning or good afternoon, whatever it is where you are. And thanks for tuning in. We'll catch you next time.